have. I think the team are very fit actually.
Yeah.
You know, they've put in a tremendous effort.
Yeah.
They've done everything they've asked for them, and since our, I suppose, when the semi-final wasn't on, the other semi-final, we eased off, you know, and then we took a break for about a week and a half and brought him back in there a few weeks ago. Roughly after the other semi-final, I think the Gerald Griffins Croom, and it was all speed work like since then, you know, and I think that the lads are flying it at the moment. Hopefully.
Looking forward to Sunday, are you picking from an almost full panel, like have you any injury worries?
I suppose from the team that lined out against Palace Green, our main worry would be Paul Milan, you know. Paul pulled a hamstring there in the minors a few weeks ago. He's still a bit worried by it, you know, he's carrying the leg, so he'd probably be the main worry at the moment.
Mike and all the rest of them will be...
Yeah, well, it seems the news from Mike is he's good, he's coming home Thursday, and he's going to relax a bit before it, and everyone seems to be in good form, you know, compared to last year. Fellas between injuries and sickness and everything, you know, so it's a good situation to be in, like, it's a headache for the selectors, but that's all from it, you know. It's a good position to be in, good position to be in.
Like, going out on Sunday now, like, we'll stay, and I said this won't be played before the final. Like, you've been involved in Gerald Griffins football all your life. You won several medals with different Garda teams and that outside the parish, and you won your first West medal in junior football in '94, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
then you were there in '95 and you were there in '96, and going out on Sunday with this team, looking at it from outside, as they say, it's from outside looking in now. Do you think they'll do the business for the parish on Sunday?
I'm confident I will, you know, that's quietly confident, you know.
I know.
It's a thing that I never try to emphasise with the players or to make them more or overconfident, you know, always keep their feet in the ground. I'm quietly confident actually, you know. I always vote.
Thinking positive anyway.
Yes,
I know that.
You know, I did as a player, and to the same thing I always say that you just go out and you say to your man you're as good as him, and I'd be saying the very same to this team. Right. To go out that you're just as good as what you're meeting and
in the team itself now, Chris, over the last week, have you sensed like that they are, you know, that they have no inhibitions about Fias and Croom, like that they don't think that Croom are better, the team think they have a good chance?
Yeah, I think the lads know that it's a final, they know they have a 50-50 chance, and they know that it all boils down to the day, you know.
Yes.
And at the same time, a few of them were at the Croom match, you know, and they know that's what Croom are capable of doing. I mean, any team that goes and holds your opponent scoreless for a half an hour, like, they have to be respected. Croom did that to get Gale, you know, so from that point of view.
Any team in a county final, anyone in a final has to have a chance anyway.
Oh yeah, you have to have, you know, you don't just, people don't stand out your way and let you enjoy your way, and you're right to be there, and that's it, you know.
Well, it has been a good year, like, so far for the club as such, like, you know, even the, year in the final, the under-14s were in the county final, the minors in the West semi-final replay.
Yeah.
The ladies football have won the county senior final, and they're playing Saturday as well. That's it.
There's, I suppose, there's a bit of a drag that brought them around in the one day again, you know, and I think that it was to be in Charlotte, now it has gone to us Cappenmore, which is nearly over Tipperary altogether, you know, so it is a pity from that point of view, but from the club point of view, it's tremendous, really, you know, for a small club, every club needs success, and Gerald Griffins are no different than it's lovely to see the success at underage, you know, I'm delighted to see that under 14 team, and may I say the under 12s as well.
Yes.
And as I said to the lads coming back a few weeks ago there when we started serious training for the final, that serious running, you know, I just said to them that there was a lot of football fields throughout the country and the lights were turned off, teams finished, everything, you know, and to be up there now tonight, we just been around there tonight, and to see the under 12s, the under 14s, the ladies and the intermediates there in the field is tremendous, you know, in the month of September. It's tremendous for the club, and they're all involved in various semi-finals, you know. So
but like, having said that thing, like we said, the young ones and all that, and it is great, naturally enough, that it's the youth, the young ones that come through to make the teams, and intermediates and the juniors and the seniors in later years. But if the intermediate can win on Sunday, what do you think will do for the club, for the parish, for the area around? And you will have tremendous importance in there, imagine.
Oh, it's
or on Saturday.
Saturday evening, yeah. The support will be phenomenal. I've no doubt about that. You know, even back in the store today, people just focusing on it and then not bothering with racing and that. You know, but it'll be good. It'll be good because if I go back a few years ago, there we were going out having the junior, you know,
right.
And we could win that, and there were several meetings about declaring ourselves senior, you know.
Right.
Going to go up into the senior ranks at the time. There was a good team there at the time. Like, we were going back.
You shove in a bit, lads. And it's not to give us big ideas about Sunday's game. It's just basically to give you the recognition that you deserve #1 for the training that you've done there all year and for the last couple of years. You know, we're inside another intermediate final. And that's it, lads. You know, everywhere you go, you're inside in the final. Everyone wishes you well. Everyone wants to tap you on the back. Everyone wants to do everything with you, lads. And it's no different within this parish and outside parishes at the moment. Wishing us all well in the intermediate final on Sunday. But lads, that's as far as it goes. We must distance ourselves here from that, right? We have a job to do, and that's to focus properly on Saturday evening. Nothing else. We can take the applause, we can take whatever, lads, but those very people will come back to haunt us if we don't get the right result on Saturday evening. A result we're going up to get, and that I know that you'll play hard to get and play you're half out to get, okay? But it's just because of that, lads, and we must get focused properly and all to that. And that's the only reason we're here tonight. It's not to finish off training. The training is all over. I told you that, lads, that's Friday night. The hard stuff was over. It was only a case of keeping what's right from the top of the bridge of the nose up to the top of the head right now, lads. If we can keep that right and focus properly on Saturday evening, I see no reason why we can't go in and give these one hell of a game and come out victory at the end. Okay? So, basically, that's all I'm going to do here tonight. Is we're going to just have a little warm up there now. You're hanging about, you can get those balls, you pair off, 2 streets, whatever you want.
2 or 3 nights to go to a county final. They're third in 4 years in the intermediate championship. Last year they were a bit depleted through injuries and other things, and they were well beaten by Drumbradford. Incidentally, Drumbradford are in the county senior football final this year. Well, Pat, most of the homework is done.
More or less now, yeah, more or less. Just winding up there, doing a few stretches and keeping them ticking over on Sunday, and hopefully they'll do the business.
That's fit?
Yeah, they're fit, yeah, they're fit. I've a lot of training done. They weren't lacking all the year, fitness in the early part once they knuckled down to it.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be a question on Sunday, or Saturday evening, sorry.
It will be a hard game to win, like.
Well,
every county final is going to be hard, as they say, and they won't get any of them soft.
yeah, that's true. County final is county final. The Croom are there on merit as well,
Yeah.
and they'll be trying. But if we have the, if we're up for us and put in the effort for the hour and sustain it, I think we should be in with a great chance.
Are you picking from a full panel on Sunday, Pat?
Yeah, picking from a full panel. We're getting mixed up with this Saturday and Sunday. It is on
On Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, there's a bit of doubt about Paul Milano. What's the story on him?
Yeah, he's a slight.
There's still a doubt, as the saying is.
Slight touch of a tightness in the hamstring, but hopefully between physio and the bit of rest, he'll be okay.
Do you? Where do you think, Pat, if where do you think the game could be won? Is there any, we'll say before the game, can you pick anything like, or where do you think your strength would lie, like?
Well,
I know it will be a team effort.
It'll be a team effort, but the backs will have to play very, very well. They have to mark very tight.
Yeah.
And the early ball into our forwards, we have some very lively forwards. I think if we get early ball into our forwards, it could prove our trump card.
It could unhinge the Croom backs, you think?
I would think so, yes.
But like if they get time to settle and mark them in, their forwards are fast but they're light. There's some of them are young and they're light.
They're light, but I mean if they get in the early ball, if they get in good early ball,
and they're
I
fast.
think they'll trouble any backline.
Yeah, yeah. So all in all, so like after having, you had a kind of a check at the beginning, during the earlier part of the year, you had a lot of ups and downs and all thing, like you were in the intermediate final, the West Intermediate Final against Tay Skating, and you were lucky to get beaten, and you had a better challenge against Abbeyfield, and
Yeah, we were, but things picked
you
up.
weren't playing well at that time.
Oh, we were missing a few. We were troubled by injuries early on in the season. We had a few bad leg injuries very early on in the season, and I suppose it took us a while to get into our rhythm and get a settled squad and get into the hard training. And once we did do that, things took shape, and we built on it from there.
Yeah, I'd say we said the second night against Palace Green. I'd say that was the night that you turned the corner, as they say. You know, you had to do the business. There were no ways back after that. Like, I know there was another chance, like, but at the same time, it was a kind of a knockout at that stage. And you played well from then on.
I think we realised that the first night against Palace Green that we played bad.
Yes.
And in the end, I suppose we were lucky to draw. I know they came from behind, but we were lucky to draw, and they really knocked it down to it between that and the replay.
Right.
And it was a turning point.
Yeah.
The game against the second game against Palace Green.
When you won that game, or before you went out that night, you knew that if you won, that you were playing Atay. As you went to Glenpatch for the Atay game, what were your thoughts? What were your feelings? Did you think you'd do the business?
Yeah, I deep down I did. It was one of those games. It was the first time we were playing Atay that I really felt that we were up for it, and that we had the measure of Atay on that occasion, which it proved we did. Like.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
I said to Chris last night, he probably would have beaten them maybe 8 or 9 points, but for the kind of got the old goal and they brought him back into them, maybe it was a blessing in disguise really, because if you beat him 9 or 10 points, maybe we had to get the boys to knuckle down to, to concentrate again.
I suppose we were cruising all right. Yeah. We were up 5 points, I think, and they got the goal and came back into the game half for the second half, and they showed the character of the lads again. They held out and went up the field and could have got a goal, and we got a point after that, and we held out in the finish. With typical games against Atay, they're always tough and dogged, I suppose. But it was one occasion I felt that we had the win.
Right. There was a big crowd at that game.
Yeah, great support as usual, of course.
I suppose on Saturday there'll be great support as well. The pity the ladies' game is clashing with it, but
with tremendous support. No matter what team we put out, under 14, under 12. Ladies and men's, like, we have great supporters, and great credit is due to for following us down the years, always.
Could be a great. And with me here, I have the third member of the selection committee, the third member of the 3 wise men as they're called locally, John O'Connor. John, you're finishing up tonight. Has all the preparation, has all the work been done?
All the work is done. All we have to do now is produce it on the day.
We'll go on to Newcastle on Saturday evening. This won't be played until after. Do you think, honestly, John, that you can deliver the goods on Saturday?
I think we can if we play to our true potential, and every player gives 100%. I think we can do it.
Like Croom there'll be no easy nut to crack. We'll say you met him in the first round of this competition, and maybe they were a bit understrength when you beat him in Newcastlewest.
That's correct. Yeah, we had a lot of possession that day, but we didn't make proper use of it. And Croom came at us in the last 10 minutes. When that match was played, I don't think Croom had a lot of football played.
Yes.
But Croom's record for the last few years speaks for itself. They have the minor and under 21 won the past few years, and the junior. So there won't be any pushover.
You're picking from an almost fully fit panel. There's a slight doubt about Paul Milan, but apart from that, you're happy enough with the panel.
Yeah. Everyone seems to be going okay. Paul has a bit of a problem, all right, with the hamstring, but we'll see how he'll be at Saturday.
Earlier in the year, John, you were playing very up and down, and you went to Abbeyfield and you played Abbeyfield and you got the bad beaten by them, and you didn't seem to be putting it together at all. And then did you draw? Were you beaten by Palace Green you drew him, I think.
We were beaten the first night.
And then you had to take him on a week after. And
we played well when the chips are down.
That's right. That was the night you seemed to turn the corner.
That's right. But the first night we played poorly, but hopefully we turned the corner the second night.
You played Atay, and that set up a meeting with Atay in the semi-final, and that was the one that everyone was waiting for, and that was the one that proved that everyone was waiting for, because it was probably the biggest crowd there was ever in the field in Glen. What were your feelings going back, we'll say, to Glyn on the night? I tell you, we're after beating you now in the, but maybe with a late goal in the final of the West Intermediate.
Of the Intermediate, they missed the final Intermediate. Yeah. But in that match, in that Intermediate match, we didn't play it hard in the first half.
Yes.
We came back at them then, and we gave away a handy goal, which they won by.
Yes.
We know we were as good as them, but to produce it from there was a different thing, like. But when we went to Glyn, it wasn't a great game, I suppose, but...
well, it mightn't be a great game, but it was, it got the crowd going anyway.
It mightn't be a great game of football, but there was fierce excitement there, and it was very tense all the way through.
Right.
And we were closing up 4 points and gave away a handy goal, but however we held out.
Yes. Well, so coming away from Glyn that night, then you had beaten at here, you were in a county final, and as you left Glyn that night, did you say to yourself, we must have a right chance of this thing this year?
I did. I said we'd have a right crack at it this year.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I would complain about is there was an awful delay now between the semi-final and the final.
Yeah, I know.
It suit us better if it was played sooner.
Yes.
But however, we'll take it now when it comes.
Yes,
but,
yes.
I know when we did TBS, we were in a great chance.
Right. You will say you're going on to Newcastlewest anyway on Saturday evening, as I say, with a full team. And if you were to say, is there any area in the team or in the whole thing that you think where the winning of the game might lay?
The winning of the game, I think, is to be a team effort more than any specific area, like.
Right.
I know you could pick
right.
parts of the team that Croom will be strong in, but the whole 15 have to perform, or 18 or 20, whatever is put on.
Right.
They all have to perform to their 100% on Saturday evening.
But going up on Saturday evening, you'll be confident enough going up with you that you can do the business, so?
I definitely would, yeah. Definitely would, yeah.
You've seen it all happen, John, since you came here. You've won 2 Wests, beaten in a stud after 3 games, won a county junior, were in 3 of the last 4 intermediate finals, and you'd be due a break.
We're due a break, all right, yeah. The same with the junior, which was a while before we got to break with the junior as well.
Yeah.
But hopefully Saturday evening, everything seems to be in order at the moment, and hopefully it should stay that way on Saturday evening.
John, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that on Saturday evening, as I said to Pat, that you'll be calm enough maybe to have a few words if Val lifts that cup.
Well, hopefully I will.
Okay, John, thanks a million.
Come on, you're not come back again, then.
And in the sponsorship came so high that we decided we'd get T-shirts as well. So they're here tonight. So I'd like to thank Tom Hannigan, first of all, for getting the sponsorship. And John Lynch, I believe, got other sponsorship now, maybe John Lynch. They got a few more involved in, I don't know, at the moment. But that's the situation here. So we have that gate here tonight. Now, the sponsorship here tonight for the intermediate team. So we have sponsorship, we decided to include the minors, the won the West this year. So we also have stuff for the minors at the moment. So we've been let to Pat Amerson and Val are looking after the minors, so they actually look after the players. So I let Pat know, look after the West is no, but Pat was the man who organised all his, Pat got all his jobs in Dublin. On behalf of the club, he got him down, so I'll let him take over here now, he knows what's there.
No.
Okay, I'd be believed so that the morning after the semi-final against Palace-Brain and Galty Gales, when we eventually got to the county final, I got a phone call that morning, the following morning at 9 or half 9, from a man Wayne out of Waterford, or one of our own players, Tom Hannigan. And he set the ball rolling there, and then he said he could get sponsorship for gear for the county final. And I said, fair play to him. So I informed the chairman, and he said, go ahead, and it kept coming in, and I mentioned it to John Lynch in passing about getting a price for bags in Dublin, and John said, I get a bit of sponsorship. So he got sponsorship. So they were the only two people. I never asked anyone local because Tom was bringing it in, and I suppose there was no point in one going outside of the show. So that's why we I informed Conor what's happening all the time, right? So when the gear was coming in, or the money was coming in, I said to Pat Ambrose here one night that we'd try and get gear for the minors as well, since that they were in a county final. So we got gear bags for the minors as well, and T-shirts. And we give them out here tonight. So I'd like a big round of applause. That's for Tom Hennigan and John Lynch, who isn't here.
No word there. You're more than welcome.
Okay, we'll just give out the bags, lads. I hope you'll appreciate it. Okay? I cut out the names because I have written down here for the gear. Val Milan, Patrick Ambrose, Sean Command, Sean Command, Paddy Command, Tom Hennigan, Sean Behan.
Come on. Come on. That was what to say. Should I give out the check to the roads?
Go for it.
We're ready to get out two of this thing.
Right, lads. You right? Yeah. Okay, lads. Right, I'm not going to give you here anymore because I know you're anxious to go out. Okay, we've gone through the whole lot, lads. We've gone through the whole lot, lads. And there's no reason to go back over it again because right now you know what you have to do. And if you look there, lads, that moving 4 or 5 there from me. And we stopped him. We stopped him. But then again, there's always someone in the closet that will come out. And if he's there, we get on top of him as well, lads. It's going to be difficult for them to stop us because we fucking...
Listen to the cheer.
Don? Oh, okay, all right, that's fine.
That's that known then.
Welcome to Park of Newcastlewest for this county intermediate football championship final between Gerald Griffins and Croom. Referee for the occasion is Joe Carney Munkris. Dull, weather-wise, dull, soft, after a lot of rain. It is dry at the moment. No, whether it's stay dry for long, we don't know. Breeze blowing right across from the town into the goal towards the Motor Rooster. And I will give you the line out to the teams. Croom in goals is Trevor Costello. Right half back, Liam Ryan. Full back is Brian Cofton. And on the other corner is Liam Linehan. Right half back is Richie O'Kelly. Full back Stephen Lucy. And number 7 is Niall O'Riordan. Midfield is John Galvin and Patsy Keys. Right half forward you have Marcus Cregan, number 11 John Barry, and on his left is Pa Reedy. The full forward line you have Mickey Cahill, Peter Lawler full forward, and Patsy Cahill, Mickey's brother, number 15 in the corner. Croom bidding for the first county intermediate championship win, having won out the junior football 2 years ago, and now step up into a grade the very same as Gerald Griffins. Gerald Griffins, I will give you the line out. In goals, Sean Behan.
Right half back is Tom Hennigan, full back is Patrick Ambrose, and on his left is James Prindiville. A half back line, on the right half back is John Lynch, centre back is Dennis Reedy, and number 7 on the left is Patrick O'Brien. Midfield is Michael Coman and Damien Reedy. Half forward line, right half forward is John Dapper Walsh, centre forward is Shawnee Lynch, and on his left is David Hayes, and full forward line you have on his right full forward is Paddy Coman, full forward Val Milan and he's captain of the team, and on his left is Shawnee Coman. Gerald Griffins searching for their first intermediate championship, having contested a county final in 1987, being successful in the junior final of 96, and what a historic occasion that was for the club and for the parish and all associated with it. Have contested 2 semi-finals in the intervening years, and now they're back with contesting their second final at the intermediate grade since 1996. The goalkeeper is all in white, Croom are all in white, so is the clash of jerseys there. The ball is funny and the game is on. Michael Coman breaks that ball down. That's pulled that first time by Damien Reedy comes for it. Damien Reedy gets a shoulder, goes down, and it's a line ball for Gerald Griffins. A line ball now for Gerald Griffins. John Lynch, right half forward will take it. Gives it into Damien Reedy. Sells a dummy. Gives a ball right across the field. That's it to Paddy O'Brien. The half-back line comes up the field, gives a long delivery in the field. That'll hop inside. Harmlessly into the goalie. The goalie left it. That's the harmlessly ball wide, and it's gone to the left, and it's gone wide. Pruning repairs being done there, and Sean Behan changing the jersey with a sky-colour blue, a Dublin jersey. The goalkeeper for Croom, Trevor Castro, left leg, out, Lorna Park, out the field. Damien Reedy goes for it, breaks it down. Gives it out the field now to John Galvin. John Galvin, a powerful, well-built. Dennis Reedy gathers it, gives it out to Paddy O'Brien, gives it back to Valmilan, centre forward, gives a low ball up the field. The change there in the Gerald Griffins, line out at the moment. I see John Dapper Welch move from half forward line into the full forward line. That's John Lynch gives the ball down to Shawnee Coman. Shawnee Coman gives it inside to Val. Val gives it out to Paul Coman. Oh, Paul looks up, gives a bad ball in, a great ball into Shawnee Coman. Shawnee takes his eye off it, turns and kicks it, and it's gone to the left. Chance there for Gerald Griffins. Shawnee kicked that ball on wide. Gerald Griffins eager to get into this game and to win this, playing with, I'd say, whatever slight breeze that's blowing. Gerald Griffins with the advantage. Trevor Costello with the kick out to this side of the field. Damien rises for it, breaks it down. That's a Gerald Griffins ball. Gives that ball in, Dapper comes out, collects it. Gives the ball into the full forward line. Shawnee rises up and goes down, it breaks down. And out comes Lucy, hand passes the ball out the field. Stephen Lucy for Croom. Winner of a Munster Championship or an All-Ireland. Referee went to blow there. He got a thing stuck in his fist, but he allowed to play on. Gone out to the far overside the field. That ball has gone out, and that's gone out there for James Prindiville. Gives the ball. They have a sleep inside there, the forward one. That's breaks into Paddy O'Brien. Gives a ball into Val Milan. Val goes down and picks it up. Val keeps going now. He keeps going. Puts his hand. Still looks up. Locked down by Lucy. He wouldn't give that ball. Very low coming in. And boom, break over that ball. Down the field they go. Down into the field. Now from Isi Cahill comes out. That's a free for number 15. Tom Coman or Tom Ambrose. Tom Hennigan come off his back. Come out with him. That's Patsy Cahill, number 15. He looks around, he places the ball, he throws it back to his midfielder. His number 8, just John Galvin. Referee speaking there to number 7, Lyle O'Reilly and Paul Milan. I think more so. Right away. See, take a low ball. Pass to me. John Lynch falls to the ground. He breaks it down. He gets up, recovers. Gets a knock. That's a good ball in. Patrick Ambrose, he come, he punch it, clear it, on part the game in really. Gives a ball across the other side of the field. Out comes Sean Lynch, comes out and gets it. Kelly's it. Comes. He goes toward the hand up the field. Pushed out of his hand and spun over the line. Over the line for a line ball for Gerald Griffins. Gerald Griffins, a lot of the play with no scores in this game. So far. Patrick O'Brien will take this line ball. Up the field she'll go. Reach into the dapper score. Come out to that. Press it down. Comes out again tough. Number 12 is Harry. Harry, he works a lift from it across the field. That comes out, rushes for it. He presses it, clip to the ground. Patrick Cahill, put the ball across. Right, come on, he breaks it down, presses it across, and Damien really comes back to collect it. Kicks that ball out. Al Milan getting rattled there from number 12. Number 12 is Harry. The referee has spoken to him already. Damien Reedy back in his own half-back line, taking this free. Now would he be more implied by driving above in the corner. That's gone into the corner. A long ball.
Don't let him up to that! Don't let him up there! Left! Come on, lads! Come on!
A long kick out the field. Dennis Reedy comes and collects. Gives a long delivery over across the other side of the field. That's a push in the back there, but he got away with it. From number 5 for Croom is Richie Kelly. Richie Kelly puts the ball out over the line, gives it in a quick free into John the Dapper. John the Dapper will score down, collects it, lets it fall, and he runs inside, he's pulled to the ground, he breaks the ball down in these conditions. But Croom come away with it, run out the field by Galvin. John Dennis Reedy comes and collects it, gives it inside to his brother Damien, middle of the field. Yes, would that be better implied now putting the long ball in? That's inside to Paul Milan in the corner. A Paddy command, Paddy shoulders your man, toward the shoulders your man. Ball, umpire. Where's the flag in this gone wide? Play will resume now with the kick out from Croom. A kick out for Croom. Trevor Costello.
Right, John Lynch! Come on, lads! Come on! Right, Val! Come on now!
Kick him up. On the Parker. Up the right straight. Number 8 is John Galvin. John Galvin rises right and holds it. He comes out the field toward the hand. He gives a long delivery down the other side of the field into the corner. Michael James Prindeville. Ball handed out to him. Beaten. Number 13 is Mickey Cahill. Run over across the other side of the field. Gives that ball inside now. Where's the cover of Gerald Griffins? Yes, Croom on the attack. But that out, that 35 yards out the field. He takes a long kick. That's crowded around the square. It's up there over it and miss it. And it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. Gone to the left and gone wide. Ball greasy now in those wet conditions. With the rain that fell here before the game started. The Gerald Griffins mentors urging their men on. Johnny Behan. Yes. Steadying for him. He looks up. A kick out the middle of the field. Up there right way. It falls into Michael Command. Michael Command will give a long delivery. That will come to the Dapper. He goes down it. It falls into Val. Val goes down. Out comes Croom. Croom have it. They come out the field. It falls into John. John goes toward the hand. John goes toward the hand. Gives a beautiful ball into Shawnee Command, but the full-back comes out. Full-back is Brian Crofton and drives that ball out the field. But it comes out to Dennis Reedy. Dennis Reedy, as sure as a cucumber, and drives that ball into the far over corner. Shawnee Command has it. Yes. Shawnee turns and looks. Turns to the right, and that's another wide for Gerald Griffins. That's another wide for Gerald Griffins. The kick out now again from Croom. Trevor Costello. kick, out the field she goes. Damien Dennis right it with number 12. He charged there with that ball, but he got away with it. He looks up and he finds that ball across the pitch. He goes toward the hand. He done it, number 9. He done it. But I'm sure Michael Command will stay with him. He's running with him. He fished that ball high into this corner. And of course, Padraig O'Brien, he looks up and gives a long ball down the field. Val Milan connects it. Puts that ball into space. And out goes Shawnee. Out goes Shawnee Command. Gives that inside to Shawnee Lynch. He looks up and that's the first goal again for Gerald Griffins. Over in the corner, Shawnee Lynch, over number 11, or number 10 over in the corner, yes. Gerald Griffins are not lining out by the programme, they're not going by the, well, they're all playing, but they're in that ending position. A fine point there for Gerald Griffins now. Just more than they deserve, just about what they deserve. They're been on top of this game since they started, and that came in about the 7 minutes. He kicks out now from the Costa. That's bad, gets a push in the back. Damien Reedy, he comes, Dennis comes to take it, but Croom now on the attack. A low ball across the field. That's number 14, Peter Norland. He's still in position, gives it across the field. Took his eye off it. And that's a free. Padraig O'Brien was going down to that ball and the boot came up and a free to Gerald Griffins there. Padraig O'Brien feeling the pain of that. Dennis Reid, you know, drives a long ball. Watch that, let up. Yes, but Croom are out free, and they'll gather it. And now it's number 9 again, it's Patchy Cheers. Gives that low ball inside number 14. It's Pete Lara, they're combining there while that ball is sent down to the corner of the con. The field is number 13, Mickey Cahill. He gives that ball back, and that's unfortunate there from Padraig O'Brien. That's unfortunate. A quick free by Croom. Where are the Gerald Griffins covered? Michael Command is there. Knocks that ball out. Comes up to Padraig O'Brien. Gives it across to Damien. Yes. A bad delivery, but just falls out to Paul Command gives that ball into Shawnee. Shawnee Command gets inside the defence. Well, here round to his man. He tumbles. He takes a tumble. He takes a kick, and that's gone over the bar. That's a great score from Gerald Griffins from Shawnee Command. There's about 10 minutes gone in the game. This county intermediate football championship final. I think the first time these two clubs have met in a final. They have met this year already in previous round. Gerald Griffins lucky on the occasion to win by 2 points on the night. This ball is kicked out. We go over the back there head. Johnny's come 3 feet to give it. Number 10 there for it gives a long ball into Matthew. Michael, now that it's hot over his head. James Prindiville came out for that. Tom Hannigan is outside there. It's blocked there by number 4. Boom, still in the attack. That's a kick in the ball, and that goes to the right. And that goes wide.
Thanks to God, the weather is a bit better than you.
A greasy ball. Anything can happen when the ball hops inside around the square. Shawnee Behan now with his own player, which is kick out from Gerald Griffins. Out here rises. Michael Command will go up and he'll break that ball down. He catches it, he pulls it low on the ground. John Galvin will pick it up. But who comes here? He comes now with Stephen Lucy. Stephen Lucy gets a long ball in. And who does it fall for? It goes all the way in. Johnny Command will drive that ball out. Johnny Behan. Yes, he got a rattle there. Galvin puts that ball into the corner. Yes, Gerald Griffins are asleep. They're sleeping. They're looking around them. Daniel Reid, you know, is staying with his man. He's staying with him. That ball falls to the ground. That ball is greasy. The young man will pick it up. And it's straight. It's blocked down his side. It's out it comes. Yes, there's a greasy ball there. Michael Command will go down, he'll pick it up, and he puts it along. That ball is Lucy, Stephen Lucy, pulling our level middle on under 21 championship medal with Limerick last Sunday, and now there's the first score for a bad clearance there from Gerald Griffins, never looked up at all, and Stephen Lucy, that's the punishment. That leaves the score, Gerald Griffins 2 points, Croom 1 point. There's 10 or 12 minutes gone in the game. John Behan now will resume play with the 6 out for Gerald Griffins from the 20-metre line. A high ball out to the side of the field. No one, they've gone for it. They've gone. Croom breaks it down. John Lynch will go down the collect. Foot in, dived in there with a foot. That's number 8, John Galvin, and that's the thing you cannot do in Gaelic football. Damien now kicks that ball in, who comes out for it? But John the Dapper. John the Dapper will. Gives it back to Michael Command. Michael Command, pull down, gives it back to Paddy. Paddy's shot is blocked down there. That ball driven there by Patsy Gale. And who picks it up there with number 14 is Peter Lawler. Gets it inside, and who comes back is Johnny Lynch. John Lynch goes for the hand across the field. He comes out with it, gives a long ball up there forward. It's gone over to the far side of the field. That ball down there for number is 10, that's Shawnee Lynch. Shawnee Lynch is pulled to the ground, he wins that free. A free in from Gerald Griffins, far overside the field. Linesman pulling him back, let him have to take it. Number 10 is not John Welsh. That's Shawnee Lynch. Chips that ball into Michael Command. Michael Command will run, he's holding it out of it, falls into Shawnee. Gives that back into the Dapper, gives it into Michael Command. Michael Command runs it to players. He look up and he kicked that ball. And it's gone over the bar. A well-worked fight there and a great score from Michael Command for Gerald Griffins to make the score now. Gerald Griffins 3 points. Croom 1 point. Seems very even.
Mike Command, is it?
Yes.
9.
Number 9 there, a great score there from Mike Command. Trevor Costello now for Croom. Resume play from the 20-metre line. A low ball out the field. Lucy goes down, he collects it. He'll drop it. He gets a free there. Bit of indiscrepancy there from Stephen Lucy.
What did he do?
Retaliated there, and he got his free, and he retaliated when it's the throw ball. Galvin comes away, gives that ball down the field. Down he'll go for it. Guinness Reedy will go down and he'll collect it, and Guinness has it. Gives that ball out. O'Brien gives that ball into Damien. Damien will look at it and control it, and she sidesteps his woman, and he's gone pour the hand up the field, and he's still going. And he's pulled and he's belted there, and that's a free in for Gerald Griffins now. That's number 9, Patsy, she's there, giving back off to the referee, and he moves on the ball, number 10 or 12 yards. Gerald Griffins now. Shawnee Lynch. It is free. He's about 35 metres out from the goals. A little to the left. Off his steps. A low ball. It's gone Harold free to the left, and it's gone wide. Away with the corner forward. The one. Trevor Costello, this kick. Out this side the field she's coming. On up there right side. It's broken down. It falls into Damien. Damien ready. Sends a dummy left and right. He gives that long ball in. Pulled inside. The Shawnee command is pulled inside in the corner, and it's a free into Gerald Griffins. A free in there to Gerald Griffins, dead straight in the 50-metre line. Dead straight in front of the goals. Paul Milan with a lift kick out and straight and through, and that's gone over the bar, and that's Gerald Griffins' 4 points, Croom 1 point. I make it about 20 minutes gone in this first half. Gerald Griffins. Trevor Costello now must be the busiest man so far in the field. This kick out the field she'll go. Will break down. Yes, he pulls in that first time. It falls in, the keeper stood in the right place. He gives that ball out, just in the right place, I think. Gives that ball out to his corner back, and that's going out. That's going to go out over the line. No, it's pulled on, it's hit on, but he's still gone out over the line. It's still gone out over the line. John Lynch now, number 5 in his back, will take this free. A long ball into the square she'll go. Up they'll go for it. Broken down there by the full back, and out comes Lucy. Stephen Lucy. Out he'll come with it. Yes, he's fouled. He's pulled down by the side. He's looking for the free out. He gives that low ball up the field. Falls into Dennis in Australia. With John Lynch will look to it. He goes around. Now, Coomer on the attack. That's a dummy. Says he's going right. Number 11 is John Barry. John gives it out to the side over the field. And James Pinderville, he pulls in it, and now he'll come for it. He'll go down. He's the corner back, but he gives it into Damien. Damien, he goes totally away the field. They're still going. They're still going up the field. Damien, he looks up and takes his kick, and that's gone over the bar. That's a great inspiring goal, a point from Gerald Griffins. A great score there from Gerald Griffins. They make the score now. Gerald Griffins 6 points. Gerald Griffins 6 points. Croom 1 point. Trevor Costello, this kick out. I must correct myself. It is 5 points to 1. Stephen Lucy. It's that ball, and away it is going out the field. And that falls into Shawnee Lynch. Shawnee Lynch is going straight in. He takes a kick, and it didn't curl. That ball didn't curl. Lucy, Stephen, that is, not getting his own way to the end of the field. Number 3, Ryan Crofton. He's taken over the kicking duties from Trevor Costello. Yes, he's the kick over his way. A long ball out the field, she says, and Val will rise up. And who was there to collect it? Damien Reedy. Damien misses with the ball, he gives it back. Lucy, Stephen is going to take it. Gives it 4 yards, gets it out to the other side of the field. And who's there to collect that? But Dennis Reedy gives it up to Shawnee Lee. Shawnee comes to collection, he falls to the ground, he gets up again, he sends a dummy. Gives a low ball in and Shawnee was got into the corner, with Coleman back in it now. And Patrick Keys throwing a hand up the field, comes into his partner, John Galvin. John Galvin out the middle of the field, and here comes Croom. Here comes Croom.
Put it in, Patrick!
A quick free in, and who comes out for it? Only Damien Reedy. Damien gives that ball out to Patrick Ambrose. Patrick Ambrose, a long ball. There's no one there for it. Where are the forwards gone? A long kick out there. And now, Gerald Griffins now getting more into, or Croom more into this game. Back she'll go to Paddy go right. Paddy, Croom now coming a small bit into this game. A ball kicked over into the corner. Number 10, knocked his figure, he'll go for it. John policing him. John Lynch is policing him. He goes left and he's going over. Then she that ball across, half blocked down. Comes into Patrick Ambrose. Patrick tips it out. I don't know why he didn't go down and catch it. Croom was still in position. It's chipped out of his way. And Patrick Ambrose will come out. And he'll go down now. And he'll collect him. And he goes down to the ground. And he gives it back to Damien. Damien Reedy. He goes left and right. He gives it out to John Lynch. That's cool football by Gerald Griffins. But where are the napkins? Where are the ball? Where are the players that are standing behind them? The full back comes out and kicks that long ball. Out the field she goes. Tom Hennigan had handed his shoulder of John Derry, and that's a free given away for Croom. Ball in out to number 8 is number 8 is John Derry. Croom is still in the attack. He's out to Lucy. Lucy is out of ground, they're getting over. He's off the ball. He picks it up. He gives it inside. And John Lynch goes back to connection. Gives it out the side of the field. And who comes under for it? That's Shawnee Lynch. Shawnee, he picks it up. He jabs it. He's casual about it. He's casual. He's taken off with it. It's into Croom in the attack. And that's what ball is going astray into Michael Command. And Michael now looks up as he comes out the field. And there's Val. That's Val gives a low ball into the field. And who's running for that is Paddy. Paddy Command. He's only a young lad. He gets up. He's in position. He's cutting inside. He gives it out to John the Dapper. John the Dapper is number 14. He takes that kick. And it's gone to the right. It's gone to the right. It's gone to the right and it's gone wide. It must be nearly half time. With Gerald Griffins leading on the score of 5 points to 1 point for Croom. Trevor Costello now back again with the kick out. A kick out kick. Out this side of the field. Up they'll go for it. Damien and Galvin, they're right for it. It's pushed on. The ball will break the Val. Val goes down and picks it up into Damien. Damien roaches, man. Gives that low ball into Shawnee. Shawnee, he looks up. Gives it his sight to Michael Command. If John the Dapper waits to go down, he pick it up. Back again to Shawnee. Takes a kick and it's gone. That's another wide ball for Gerald Griffins. Gone to the right and it's gone wide again.
Oh, you're right.
Trevor Costello with the kick out again to resume play. From the small parallel again. Out the middle of the field and go for it. Up there right. It's punched on there by Croom. And that'll go down for Patrick O'Brien. He's Patrick O'Brien will go toward the hand. He's going toward the hand. He's going straight through. Paul Manan, he drives that ball in. There's a smash inside the square. It's just still going, and Croom will come out for it. Croom is in position. Out the field she'll go. Damien is rising for it, and who'll go for it for his brother Dennis. Dennis, he gives it back to Damien, a low ball up, and who's there with Paul Command. Gives it his shoulder, falls back to the Dapper. Dapper goes in, he falls down it, falls back to Damien Reedy. Damien takes a shot. Will that happen in front of the goal? No, it don't. Goalkeeper, it's a free out. Referee having a little check there with Stephen Yossi, a little word in his ear. Now a free out to Croom. A great kick out against the field. Up there go for it. And they'll fall. And the ball hops back behind. And who's going down for it but Patrick O'Brien. Leg out there again, he gets a free. A free out there to Gerald Griffins. Gerald Griffins dominating this game so far. A ball no kick. That will hop Shawnee and will go over his head. And he'll come back and he'll get hit. But out comes the full back. Drives that ball out the field. A fully 70 yards up, and he hops over. That's well way there by young James Prindeville. The Princess Joyner, out of Van Milan, the publican, gives it back into the Dapper. The Dapper throws it over the head to Shawnee Lynch. Shawnee looks up and takes a shot, and that's going into the goalkeeper and into the goalkeeper's hand. He delivers it out the field. What a fast game of football. That ball was coming out for John Lynch, and John Lynch clipped that ball away.
Come on, guys.
A free now to Croom from the 45-metre line. Damien cuts that ball out. He cuts it out. He drops down. He drops it. Michael Command, he picks it up. Gives it to Val. Val gives it out to the Dapper. Gives it back to Michael Command. Where is them? Michael's travelling. Gives it back to John the Daft. John the Daft takes his block down. They're going nowhere. They're going nowhere with that. It's out. That's blocked again by Michael Command. He's fixed it away from him. And Lucy Stephen is over on the far side of the field. He gives it inside to his centre back, takes a long delivery down the field, but cuts it out there is Damien Reedy. Damien gives it back into the same man, up against the number 9. Number 9 is Patrick Case now for Croom. Croom going through, still in possession. He gives it inside. Will he go for the return? Now, Croom, oh, that's a gentle push. Cut out there by Damien Reedy. Damien gives it back to Bell. Bell, and the referee blows the half-time whistle. Referee at the half-time whistle with the score of Gerald Griffins 5 points, Croom 1 point in this county intermediate football.
You drop that. It's as simple as that. It is all about keeping you safe, keeping your composure, making him make the mistakes, that make it think him, and he keep habits and that. The team that make the most mistakes outside here, lads, are going to lose this game. And the team that capitalises.
Joe Cartney, in she goes, the ball is in, the second half is done. It falls down there to Patrick Keys. Patrick Keys gives the long ball over under the stand, and that's a wasted ball for Croom. Gerald Griffins playing into the town, into the goals at the start of the second half. John Lynch is going to take this sideline kick from gives it ball into Damien. Damien really will come and he'll select it. He's still coming, he'll select it. He gives it back into hold there by Keys, gives that ball into Shawnee. Shawnee Command is on his bike, and he is travelling, and he's still going travelling, and he takes the kick, and he scores to the left. Bad miss there from Shawnee, should have travelled and kept going. Bad miss, and a good attack, Gerald Griffins on their game from the word go. Croom now with his kick out. Trevor Costello, the goalie from Croom. And he toe kick. Pokes the ground. Up he comes. Up the side of the field she'll go. Shawnee Lynch raced the ball. A block of water down. And number 8 is John Galvin. He'll come and play. Gives it back to Patsy Case. Patsy Case in the middle of the field now. He goes into it. Shawnee Lynch will come and collect it. Puts it up there for the Dapper. Puts it on the plate for him. Gives it back to Damien Reedy. Galvin. For Lucy. Lucy will come out, he'll collect it. He gives it up the field with the Patsy Case. Patsy will give it back to number 8, John Galvin. He's there on the roll. Damien pulls first time. As Lucy gives that ball away and gives it out the field. Croom still in the attack. Croom over to the far overside of the field. Yes, that player come and get it. Croom have introduced the substitute. Gives that ball inside. Yes, full forward has it. He looks up. Patrick Ambrose, he's driving him up the field. He takes a kick and it's gone to the left and it's gone to the left and it's gone wide.
Third man, Scully, well done.
He held up there with an injury to Gerald Griffins' player, John the Dapper Welsh, making his way but urging on his men in the sideline, coming over towards the line now after suffering, I think, a facial injury. David Hayes, been introduced now as a substitute. David, in the village of Ballyhal. Now, table the zone now with a 45 for Croom.
Come on, lads. Come on, Griffin. Come on, Patrick.
Croom, after making a substitution there. It's gone in all the way, it's gone to the right, it's gone to the right and it's gone wide. A dangerous ball in there because one flick either way enters in the back of the net and maybe over the bar. Light, fading light here now. in the Gaelic grounds in Newcastlewest. Sean Behan now with his kick. Out the field she'll go. Up there right for it. Damien goes up. He breaks it down. It breaks down to Sean, to Michael Command. Michael Command will give that ball into Paddy. Paddy lets it out for his... Paddy lets it out. Cool in position. It falls down to David Hayes. David Hayes gives that ball out to Paddy. Martin Paddy Command. And this is Shawnee Lynch. Shawnee Lynch takes his tip and it's gone over the bar for Gerald Griffins. Gerald Griffins extending their lead to 6 points. Extending their lead now to 6 points to a point for Croom. Now, Trevor Costello for Croom with his kick out from the 20-metre line. Out, a fine kick out the field she'll go. Damien will look at Guinness and who does it fall for? But the ball breaks down the side. Yes, Croom are in position. The full back looks at it, he comes out.
Come on, Ref!
That falls down there to Paddy, to Paul Milan. Paul Milan gives it inside to Damien. Damien Reedy. Damien looks up, sends a dummy. He goes left and he goes right and he goes left. And he comes in, he still is in position. He's still in position. Looks up, he finds John Lynch. John Lynch. That ball and out she comes and it's a free in. That's a push into the back of Gerald Griffins. No, Patsy Cahill. Or Patsy Keys, don't agree with that, but the referee has his hand up, it's a free in, but Gerald Griffins doing nothing messing there on the 50-yard line. The 45-metre line. Is the rain beginning to come down again as darkness falls here in part of Wales and Newcastlewest. Paul Milan takes that free, gives it inside to Paddy Command. His jersey is pulled. He's pushed out of the line. Gives it a ball across the square. People inside in the square, so it's a free out. It's a free out there for Gerald Griffins. And a free out to Croom. The full back is Brian Crofton. Out she comes, 45 yards out the field. That will go back over him. Who's going back to cover only Michael Command. Michael Command from around the knockdown errand. He's based in England. He gives that into Hannigan. And Tom Hannigan gives it back to Damien. Gives a low, a diagonal ball across the field to Paddy Command. Paddy will look up. He'll put that ball in, over into the corner. Shawnee Lynch goes over and collects it. He's gone out, he's number 5. He's looking up. He still gives it back. To Paul Command into David Hayes. David Hayes takes a kick. And it's gone over the bar, and that's another score for Gerald Griffins from David Hayes from the village of Ballybela. Gerald Griffins extended their lead by 1 point. Now the score is Gerald Griffins 7 points, Croom 1 point. Game by no means is it over. Trevor Costello with his kick out from the 20-metre line for Croom. Oh, the fine kick out in the middle. This is well held there by Lucy. Stephen gives a low ball up the field, out over the sideline, and it's gone out over the in-line and out over the sideline at this side of the field for a line ball for Gerald Griffins. Gives that ball into Patrick O'Brien. He comes away with it. Throw the hand, comes out the field. Gives a long ball down the field. David Hayes, the substitute in for it. Gives it into Damien Reedy. Damien falls to the ground. Give it back to Val Milan. Val goes up the field. Gives it back into... Gives a low ball into David Hayes. Into Patrick O'Brien. Patrick O'Brien takes a kick. And that's straight and through. And that's a very, very, very good fight for Gerald Griffins. From Patrick O'Brien coming up from the half-back line. That makes the score now. Gerald Griffins 8 points. Croom 1 point. Patrick O'Brien there. Yes. The full back now for Croom is Brian Crofton. That ball in the 20-metre line. A kick-up kick. Out she comes out the middle of the field. Oh, out there right for it. It's held, and Damien was held. It's held, and it's a free there for Gerald Griffins. They made to kick this ball. A long ball, out this side of the field. It falls into Shawnee command. Shawnee and the full-back will go together, the corner back. He lets Shawnee go for it. Now, with Shawney around him up, he gives it into Val. Paul Milan, he just stood still. He stood still. He stood still. Paul had position. He stood up. He's only 17 years of age. A kick out for Croom. Out this side of the field. Up there rising for it. And it breaks down. Who's there? Dennis Reedy. The man from UCC. He drives in that ball in. A long ball. It's in. Is there a break inside? Well taken there by the full back. Places it out the field. Out to Lucy. Stephen. Lucy in position. Gives it out to number 8 is John Galvin. John Galvin gives it up the field. His foul there at number 5 is Richie O'Kelly, and Richie O'Kelly is fouled. He puts that ball into John Galvin, gives a long ball up the field, and who's there for it with Patrick Ambrose. Patrick Ambrose. Goal he goes for it. Ambrose goes for it. Will he go down and get it? He'll go down and take it. He has it over in the corner. There is 2 players outside. He gives it into number 4. Number 4 with James Finnegan. He delivers that ball out, and now Gerald Griffins coming out the field, and now Michael Command. Gives a long ball in, but it's cut out there by Stephen Lucy, the inter-county hurler. Won an All-Ireland medal with Limerick Classroom there. Now Croom are playing. They're loose. Number 11 is John Barry. John Barry goes toward the hand. He's a key to him. He will cut in. He has to cut in inside to make an angle, for instance. He's still going. He's looking up. He puts that ball across. Gives it into Patsy Keith. Number 9 gives it into number 14. Number 14 comes across there, and that's a rattle of a shoulder there. Let's give that ball in, and it's number 14. Gives it out to this side of the field. Skin gets that ball around, and that Balmaran is pulled down to the ground. Balmaran pulled there to the ground. Rugby tackled it to see in Thurman Park.
Yellow card.
Damien will take this ball. Sends it up to young Paddy. Young Paddy is grounded there. He's only 17, but he's come up with that ball. There's great half. There's great 5 of them. He gives it inside. And Shawnee Lynch now. Shawnee will toe kick it. He doesn't. He's getting too casual. He picks it up. He goes toward the hand. He gives it inside. Gives it across the goal. The ball goes across the goal. When it goes to the right, then it goes wide. Ryan Crofton. A kick out. Out the middle of the field. Up she'll go for it. It breaks inside. Val is going for it. But Croom now in the attack. Is that inside? That's broken away by Dennis Reedy. But Croom is still in position. Gives a low ball across the side of the field. And open. It goes down here to John Lynch. John Lynch in position. Gives it across to Thomas Hannigan. Tom Hannigan will give it into Dennis. That's Dennis Reedy. Gives a long relieving clearance out the field. That's taken by Shawnee Command. A beautiful ball. And he gives it inside to his cousin, or his brother Paddy. Paddy beaten for that one. Nice taken. Has that ball inside. This is out to his full-back. Full-back Brian Crofton. Brian Crofton is coming out the field. He's still. He's fouled. He's pulled. And he's pulled to the ground. And it's the free out for Croom. Croom making another substitution. Number 20 is Nathan Linhan. Yes, he's no relation to the Borders, the Will Borders. No, he's not from Glynn. He's from Croom. Entering the fray now. Player resumes now. And Stephen Lewis is in position. He's looking up. He puts that ball off to the side of the field. A free. He pushed him in the back, and he pushed him in the back, and that's it. And it's a free to Croom. Stephen Lucy here underneath us. Gets that ball up, puts it into the corner. Michael. A foul there, and the Croom player is number 13. He takes a quick ball in, inside to the distance. That's a quick point, and that's a good score, and that's the second score for Croom. Scored there by number 20, Nathan Linehan. Shawnee Behan now will resume play with his kick out from the 20-metre line. He's second of the day. A long ball out the field, up there right for it. Damien will catch it, he breaks it down to Skin. Skin he's going toward the hand down the field. He's in position, he's bottled up from one side, he breaks it away. But who's coming for that ball? A very hot tackle there from left for the year. A very... He's number 9 for Croom, we take that free. A long delivery, out to the far overside the field. He's that sub after Linton, he's on the field. He's playing well, see him on. He's policed there by Tom Hennigan. He gets that ball out the field. Tom Hennigan will go down, he'll pick it up. He don't, he'll go down it. But John Lynch will go down for it. And John Lynch will give it out to Tom Hennigan. And Tom Hennigan will give it to Patrick Ambrose. He drops it. And he's battled up inside there, but he's chilled up. And now he'll come out the field. Throw the hand out the field. And here she comes. And Shawnee Lynch will go down. That was a ball out the field now. Here's Croom on the group. There's the full back outside the middle of the field, number 3. That ball is going back inside. It's punched inside. Out comes Shawnee behind. It's when she's free and it's a free out. That's a free out. Sean Behan now will take this. He's just outside the small corner. Johnny will kick, that's a fine kick out. Way out the field she'll go. Well tailed and well taken there by number 9 is Patsy Chase. He'll go toward the hand, he gives it inside and goes for the return. Yes, Croom looking dangerous now, gives a low shot, and that's put over the bar. A great save there by Shawnee Behan.
wasn't expecting that.
That's Croom strength. Down the field they go. Patsy Keys and John Galvin. They're coming more into the game now as the game enters maybe the last quarter. And night falling here in Park the Grail in Newcastlewest. Gerald Griffins, 8 points, Croom, 3 points in this County Intermediate Football Championship Final. Both sets of Minters urging on their team, as Shawnee Behan now come to that. Out the field she'll go. And Damien breaks it down. And she's taken down there by gives it back to Damien. Dennis Reedy will go down, he'll win that ball. Or Dennis will go down, he'll collect it, and he'll drive that ball up the field. That's Damien. Damien in position. Gives that ball across to Michael Command. Michael Command falls to the ground. He wins it, and he's pulled and he's dragged in there by number 18. Number 18 was not Scully. Quick ball there by John. Johnny scores in the way down the field. Takes a long kick down into the goal. Goalie, well taken there by the goalie. He's fouled inside in the square, and it's a free out for the goalie. Now, Croom, Trevor Cott going out with this ball. Mike Command win for that ball. He was pushed. That's Stephen Lucy gets that ball out the field with Pullman on the attack. Pullman on the attack now, and that's number 8 Keys. He gives that ball inside. Croom now on the attack. Had there an extra man inside, but Gerald Griffins are open. Yes, or Croom going for the goal. Will they get a goal? He gives that ball back over his head, and it's a free out for Gerald Griffins.
Yes.
That's a ball down the field. That's a bad kick from Patrick Ambrose. But the first is a goal, it goes right back into him, or straight into his barra, and that suits him. Gives that ball out now to Damien. Damien goes toward the hand and he goes up the field, and he's still going up the field, and he's pulled and he's dragged, and it's a free. That ball into Patrick Ambrose. Patrick now goes toward the hand as well, and gives it a left-footed shot up the field. Shawnee Snowden, he'll come and collect it, and he'll go left and right. He goes in the field. He's still going. He left that ball, he's fouled that ball, it's a free out to Croom. Croom taken with Stephen Lucy, out over to the far side of the field. That's John Galvin, number 8. He gets it going. Lucy Lucy's on the ball, gives it back to Galvin. Croom now, Croom look dangerous on their way forward. They look dangerous on their going forward. They keep that ball out. That's taken there by Shawnee. Shawnee command. He gives that ball inside and out comes Paddy. Paddy command. He breaks it down. Paddy will go down, he'll pick it up. It's taken off him. And that's won now by Shawnee. Shawnee command will take it 5 and he goes across the field and that's a point for Gerald Griffins and that leaves it Gerald Griffins 9 points to Gerald Griffins. A score there by Shawnee command. 9 points to Gerald Griffins, 3 points for Croom. The game is far from over. Croom look dangerous as they say and they're now going forward on the attack. Gerald Griffins making a substitution. Number 18 is not David Noonan. Number 18 is Patrick O'Brien, the son of the chairman. He's going in across the field and Paul Milan is coming off. Paul, a brother of Val's, from the knockdown arm. Costello with a trick out for Croom. It's a long ball out. They'll go for it, they'll break for it. It's breaking in the middle of the field and Gerald Griffins have it and Damien goes down. He picks it up off the ground. Oh no, that's my command. He gives that ball in. Croom putting everything out into this game. Croom still in the attack. Patsy Keys has it over under the stand. No, that's not Patsy Keys. He's number 7. He's still in the ball. He's still in position. He gives it back to Stephen Lucy. Stephen Lucy looks up, gives a lift, a toe kick down the far side of the field. He wins it inside. Fouled there by Patrick Ambrose, and it's a free in. It's a free in to Gerald Griffin. It's a free in to Adair, to Croom. Free in to Croom. A dangerous ball now, with 9 the score of Gerald Griffin's 9. Croom 3. A kick, it's gone to the left and it's gone to the left and it's gone wide. That's a late half for Gerald Griffins, who lead now on the score of Gerald Griffin's 9. Is this the first ever county football championship final for Gerald Griffins in the intermediate grade? Fading light. Referee looking around him. Referee Joe Carthy from Monkey, waving on John Behan with this kick out. Yes. There's about 5 minutes left in the game. Out she comes. Damien never contested. He has off his head. Croom in the attack. Yes, he goes left and he's right. That number 20, when he was in position and he put that ball out over the sideline, that number 20, when he came on, there is Nathan Linden. 21. That's a bad mistake there from Gerald Griffins. Their concentration is gone. They were playing back the ball. She's out the ball, they should be coming. That ball going across the field and Michael Command will come and collect it. He gives it over to David Hayes. David holds it and he collects it and he holds it. Referee playing advantage there. The advantage getting the cue to Gerald Griffins. Swung around there by the full-back Brian Crofton. Yes, he's not in Thomond Park. Maybe he should be, or maybe he should be in the showgrounds in Galway today playing with Connacht. But the referee pulls out the yellow card and waves it at him. Damien Reedy takes that ball into David Hayes. He collects it. He gives it back to Skeen. Young Skeen is only after coming on. He's breaking down. That still is. He's hobbling the side on the ball. Full back will come out and he'll drive that ball. The full back will drive that ball out the field. And who's gone back to collect it? Damien Reedy. A game of his life he's having. Inside, gives it out to his brother. And there's Dennis. Dennis will put that ball in. It's a high ball. It's a dangerous ball. It's broken. It's cut. It's well held and he's fouled and it's a free out to Croom. Croom have put in a substitution. But they're coming up the field. They look dangerous. That's a high ball. He's gone in behind. He's gone in. A free in there for Croom. I don't know whether for he spotted something. From where the ball landed, number 19 for Croom is Nicholas Maloney. It's a free in for Croom now, and it's number 6, Stephen Lucy, the Hullercombe footballer. The Hullercombe footballer, he's going to take it. He gives it low along the ground, then into action number 11. Gives it back again to Lucy. Lucy goes left and he goes right. He's still going. That ball is blocked down there by Gerald Griffin. It comes 40 yards out the field. But they're still in position. Croom gets that ball. That's number 18. That's out to Keys. Keys in position. He picks that ball straight off the ground and he gets away with it. But that's blocked there by Dennis. No one else but Dennis Reedy. Guinness, Damien, pulled that ball across him and he fouls it, and it's a free into Croom. Croom now on the attack. At this latest beating, Gerald Griffins 9 points, Croom 3 points. And there's John Barry to take this free. He's going to take it off his hand. Is he going to take it off his hand? He's going to tip it. He drops it in and it's gone to the left. It's gone to the left and it's gone wide. A bad miss there for Croom.
Come on, Joseph, let's go. We have to win this one. Come on, then. Come on.
A bad miss there for Croom now was Johnny Behan. Gets prepared for this kick out. With his side leading by 9 points to Croom's 3. A great kick out to the other side of the field. Out there, go for it. Damien will right it. The ball will break. It's gone out and it's gone out over the line and it's a line ball. It's a line ball to Gerald Griffins. It's a line ball to Gerald Griffins. And over there on the sideline. No, Croom on the attack. He gives that ball in. It's cut out. It's Hannigan. Tommy and Hannigan. He gets that ball. He's down in water for the moment. He gives that ball. That's a great ball over from Michael Coman. Over to Shawnee Lynch. Shawnee Lynch, he looks up. He keeps taking it. He takes it now. He gives that ball inside to David Hayes. David Hayes is going inside. He gives it inside to Paddy Coman. Paddy gives it up over the head. He gives it into Skin. Skin, he falls it. He's gone in. He's inside. That's the corner back to number 5. That's good play. That's good play by... Gives it out to Shawnee Lynch. Shawnee sells a dummy. Shawnee sells it into the goalie. The goalie will pick that one out. Costello gives that ball out to the far side of the field. Yes, it's played there by Lucy. We can't see the numbers now. He gives it back into Patsy Case. He goes tearing up the field, left and right. He pulls that ball. That's a free. He plays that ball. Gives that ball into Galvin into Lucy. They're going through. That's keep going. It's a free into Croom. A free into Croom. Croom look dangerous on the attack, going for the goal. They need a goal at this stage to get back into this game. Sean Behan goes down in that ball and it's a great save. A quick free there. A quick free. Caught the Gerald Griffins. Defence snapping. A quick out there from that's a ball pumped in again. But Patrick Ambrose comes out with it. A left-legged clearance out the field. Shawnee Dean scores that. Croom was still in position. That's the corner back. He brings the low ball in the field. That's number 18. That's down across the field and Patrick Keys has it. He's on his song. Yes, he's pulled back there by Michael Coman. Pulled back there by... Yes, no, there's no so Michael Coman getting his name taken there for a rugby tackle. Yes, maybe he should be in Thomond Park as well. Or in the Mountain Cup today. It's a free into Croom. Are they looking for the goal? They have to get a goal to make it 9 points to 3. It's gone off the post. It comes off of the upright. But Croom in position. Three in again to Croom. They're still in position. It's blocked. It's still blocked. It's blocked the second time. And it's comes out the field. And that's a free out to Gerald Griffins. A free out there to Gerald Griffins now. And Gerald Griffins making a second substitution. And Michael Healy. Michael Healy from Kilkerry. Great prospect. But got injured there a couple of years ago. And now making his way from return to the team. I can't see who's taking the free. I think it's Damien Reedy. He gives a chip ball up the field. Falls it back to Damien. Gives it out to Hannigan. Hannigan Tom. Gives a kick out the field. Shawnee is under it. Is he going to be bottled up? And it's all over. And Gerald Griffins are county intermediate football champions for the year 2000.
what is it like having lifted the intermediate?
Yes, unbelievable. Very proud moment for the parish.
At what stage did you think you had the game won?
Just now, the game's over. That's all. They were pressing, they're a good side. Croom, some fine footballers, but just sheer guts, determination. And just a case of we're not going to lose. We had lost 2 before, we lost the semi-final, and this had to be won.
Thanks a million, Dennis.
Thanks very much.
Sean, what is it like having come to Newcastlewest this evening and this bad way evening and lifted the intermediate championship?
It's something we always wanted now. It's the first. It's our third time in 4 years. And it's unbelievable, like, you know. The conditions will be against us because very slippery ball up there. But mighty, thanks be to God.
Okay, thanks, Sean. Mike, you've come to Newcastlewest this evening, you come back from England, and the news is for you, you're playing senior football next year. What's the feeling like, Mike?
Delighted, then. We're waiting for this for 4 years. 4 years ago, in '96, I didn't think it would take this long. Great, then. This was great. I think we deserve it at this stage.
I think you do. Okay, Mike. As captain and coach, lads, I have them here together as well. As captain, what's it like to realise that in a couple of minutes' time you're going to lift that trophy and you're going to play senior football next year?
Well, lifting the trophy hasn't quite sunk in yet. But we've been talking about playing senior football for a long time. And I think after that performance outside in those conditions today, 115% was given there by everyone today. I think we deserve it.
Okay.
We said we wouldn't go up unless we deserved it.
I'll go to Chris for 1 minute. Chris, what's it like? I spoke to you the other night. You were confident. What's it like having lifted it?
Oh God, I suppose superb, that's all I can say at the minute in. I spoke the other night to you and I was very confident because down in race week in the stall and all, I didn't want to say it. If these were horses, they'd be first past the post all week. I know that.
I'll let you walk out there when you get the present.
And manager of this team, what do you think of this display?
Well, superb, I think. I know the lads were very cool, they were confident. And I knew that it was going to take an exceptional team to beat him tonight. And having looked at Croom against Galtee Gales, I knew we were that bit ahead of him, and the team were trained to the last, and I can say I was confident. Superb win. Hadn't sunk in yet, really.
You train hard all year, and I think the results show now.
Yeah, we came together later than last year. We planned it right, we relaxed on the league, and we got it together very hard since the semi-final. The lads put everything in. Lads that were away made a sacrifice to come home and everything, and I think it told off this evening. And I think we'll enjoy this one, yeah.
Do you think this can only improve football in the parish?
Well, I suppose definitely. We look to go senior for years. Of course it will improve. Any win will improve a win or a football in any parish or any game, you know. And it will. Our minors are in the semi-final, our under-14s in a county final, our under-12s the West final. Our ladies today. It's a terrific parish for a small one. And we'll do justice in the senior.
Okay, thank you.
Conditions, I suppose, were the best in the night. We thank Newcastlewest for having the pitch in such good order. We can't blame them for the rain, I suppose. There's no way that could be kept up. I'd also like to thank Joe Carney and his officials for doing a marvellous job tonight. And I'm delighted to have this opportunity of presenting the cup to the captain of Gerald Griffins. For a number of years, they've really been in hard luck, and they've been a marvellous team. I know that they've worked hard, and the commitment is there, and it's lovely to see them come to senior, and we hope that next year that they will do well in senior ranks. And now it's my pleasure to present Bal Milan.
Form your help, Bob.
I'd like to thank Jimmy and the board for presenting us with this cup. I'm down now. And I'd like to thank Croom for a great game. Tremendous game they give us in off conditions. We knew coming up here today that it's going to be tough stuff, and it proved out to be that. I'd also like to thank Joe Cartney and his officials for the refereeing a good game. It wasn't very hard referees down here because it was a very clean game. I'd like to thank Newcastlewest for letting us use our field under these conditions, and also I guess the most important men I have to thank here today, other fellas here on the green and white behind me. Without them, we wouldn't be here, lads, not fucking one of us. Because we're after going through a few hard years, we've been waiting for this. We thought we should have got to 97, we felt hard doing by it. That's gone. We're after getting it this year. And we're keeping it for the year anyway. I'd also like to thank the three men behind us, behind everything. They've kept us going all year. It's been fairly helpful from at times. But a lot of injuries, fellas going away, getting married, whatnot. There's been things happening the whole time. But the team gave their commitment, and the boys used it to their best of their ability. And I think
that's a big word for you.
I'd like to thank our two selectors, Pat Noonan and John O'Connor, and the one and only Chris Noonan for. I'd like to wish Croom the best of luck next year in it. I hope we'll do a bit of good better now, good and senior now to next year. Of course we have to house sport. My father can be based before I go home now. I'd like to wish Croom the best next year. They're a great team. They're some great county players, lads. Lucy, Delvin, Reardon, Keys, Cahill, they're all fucking great players, lads. And it's only a few of them. I'd like to give 3 cheers to Croom.
No, we win inside now. You get that inside. What does life inside?
Hey! Come on, let's be waiting for this lock. Come on! Come here!
Huh? Oh, is it? Yeah. Into the car.
Football twice tonight. Now, maybe the conditions weren't great for football, but you adapted well to the conditions, and you played good football, and not the student lads, you played fantastic football, lads. You were the better team, and you deserve to win the county title tonight. And no one else others would say that you deserve it only ourselves. And we're quite down to that we know you were the better team on the night. We were probably disappointed with our game, and naturally, we can't play better than that. But you have to play on the night, and that's the night, the final night you have to play good. You were the team that put it out on the night, and you played great football, and you put it together well, and congratulations again, and I hope that next year that you do yourselves proud when you go up into the senior ranks, and that you just don't think that this is an intermediate team coming up, and there'll be just a team that we can all beat. You have to go out there, lads, and prove that you're good enough for senior, and I know you'll do that next year. And the best.
Well done. Hey, Chris, will let us see you off and turn the way in. He's going to hit up to the camera now.
Just have to put words to it in. I think we came of age tonight. Maybe we were too young in '97 to go senior. We definitely proved ourselves tonight, and hopefully we'll go on and do ourselves proud at senior level.
Conditions were rough out there, Tom, but he adapted well.
The conditions were bad, but we expected them to be bad, but all the rain, like, they couldn't have been any different. But we adapted have to win, and we were always going to fight. After the team that fought the most, we were going to win out.
Maybe the fact that you collected a whole bit of sponsorship brought him a bit of luck.
I don't know about the sponsorship bringing luck, but it was an honour and a privilege to provide some sponsorship this year. I was delighted to do it for the lads, and of course I got a bit of it myself.
Thanks, Tom.
No problem, Dylan.
You've seen him play a lot of old games. You've seen him win the junior. You've seen him win a couple of West juniors. What's it like to come to Newcastle, your own town tonight, and see your own club winning an intermediate?
Great.
Did you think coming here that they'd do it tonight?
I did. I thought I saw him playing against Tia.
Yes.
And I thought they were good.
Yes.
I thought against that, but if they got going, I'd say they'd win it.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. And we'll say, I have to get this up. At any stage of the game, did you think that they were in trouble, like from the word go?
No, not tonight.
So going was very rough, the conditions were very sticky.
Conditions were very sticky, but they were way fast on them. They were very fast.
Yeah. If you were to pick out a man of the match, who would you have gone for tonight?
Well, my man of the match tonight was number 7. He was O'Brien.
He was, Pat O'Brien.
He was very good.
Was he?
Half back, very good.
Yeah.
And the Reedies were very good.
Well, he's the man that goes on the minor and the solos, and he can't be stopped, but tonight he played well.
Very good. Yeah. Very good.
You're happy so tonight, aren't you?
Very good.
Okay.
Great to win it.
In 96, when we won the junior in 96, I didn't think it would take this long, but it was worth waiting for at this stage. I think we've matured a lot in the last 4 years, and I think it showed out there tonight. We were by far the better team. We knew what we were doing, and you know, it came through in the end. It was worth waiting 4 years for.
My command showed great commitment to the club and to the team this year, and down through the years in the past time, you travelled a few times from England for training sessions.
Yeah, I've been there for a couple of years now, and it's not that easy coming back, but it's, I mean, you know, when you have an occasion like this, it's all worth it at the end of the day, you know. I wouldn't be anywhere else tonight.
Michael, my command, conditions were bad, underfoot conditions were bad in the night, but I think he adapted to the conditions better than Croom.
Yeah, I mean, we said before we went out, this game was going to be won tonight on heart, grit and determination and a will to win. And you know, I mean, we had that tonight. We had it today, and you know, we mixed that with some nice football, and you know, we were well ahead of them in the finish. You know.
You're going to celebrate this, Michael?
Indeed.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Tara, you're involved with, acting as a physio for this club. What do you think of the occasion?
I think it was a great result, and they played very well on the night. The best I've seen them play so far now, and I've been with them for a few games. They did very well, despite a few injuries.
I see you making best wound there to John Dapper Welch's head.
It looks okay. I'm wondering now, should he get it looked by the doctor, but he went down pretty hard in it, but I say it'll be grand, you know. John
is a tough man, been around a long time. I don't think John would need a doctor tonight.
I'd say that a plastic surgeon could wait a few minutes, yeah, for everybody.
What do you think of the working with this group of players?
They're a great bunch, you know, good laugh, and they're very hard working at their game, very sportsmanlike, and they did a great job this evening.
Thank you very much. Patrick Ambrose, played full-back in this Gerald Griffins team. You played full-back at midfielders. You've been moving you around course of the game. What do you think of this final tonight?
Delighted we won it. Thought we played very well in the night. If we had took more chances, probably we could have been ahead, but I'm happy with what we won by. It was a great team performance. Everyone gave it their all, and we've been waiting for this since '96.
You lost your first county intermediate final by a point to Mungret. You have been unlucky in the next 2 years against Drumbar for the Ballylanders. They have gone on to represent and won the county senior football championship. Do you think you can emulate those teams?
Hopefully. I think we are good enough. Last year we were probably missing 2 of our best players. On the day, Drumbar were the better team. We had nothing to complain with afterwards. And I have no doubt that we can go on and represent our county. We have a great panel of players. Our minor team won the West this year. We'll have a few players coming in. There were a few of them on tonight. So I think when I retire, maybe my last year, don't know yet. We'll see.
Patrick, as you mentioned there about the minors and winning the West Championship title. A lot of this team, they are young and they have plenty of experience behind them.
Well, they have, yeah. This team is around for a long time. We have been trying to win juniors. 96 we won it. Same bunch of players has gone on. The average age of this team is only 26 or 7. Why not? Why couldn't that team go on for another 4 or 5 more years and win a senior title? And maybe 2 or 3 senior titles?
Why not, Patrick? Why not? Thank you very much. John O'Connor, mentor of this team, a selector. What do you think of this win?
I think it was a great team performance. It was when we were out here this evening, we said every man of the 21 or 22 on the panel would have to pull their weight, but by God did they give it everything. Every man in the team gave everything he had.
The whole team played well, John. Did you think any time during the game that it was slipping away from us?
Well, to tell you the truth, you could never relax because Croom had a lot of pressure on there in the last 10 minutes, we'll say, and there was a share of injury time. We didn't know how much injury time because there was a few injuries, but we were on edge all the time.
John, there is a lot of, it's mainly a football club, Gerald Griffins. Not mainly at all, but it is a football club, right? They have a hurling team this year, I think, an under 16 hurling team. Do you think now this win plus the underage wins that will say the minor win, and I think now they're in the under 12 final, and the minors are in a county semi-final. Do you think like football is alive and well in the parish?
There's no doubt about it, but football is alive and well. And also the hurling is alive and well with the present under 14 team. We missed a great opportunity this year to be an outside coach for the under 14s, but however, that's what dead and gone. The only worry I would have about the football is the lack of numbers. As you can see in the minor team, we have only a bare team with 2 subs maybe. The under 16 team are very young, and the under 14 team have only the bare number as well. That's the only worry I would have about football in the parish of Ballyhale, numbers.
John, that will be celebrating this tonight and maybe for during the week or whenever.
Oh, definitely there'll be big celebrations, and they're long overdue because we're trying to win this with 4 years, and the boys deserve every bit of a celebration they have.
They have worked hard, John, a dedicated group.
Worked very hard, yeah. Slow enough to get them going at the start of the year, but when we got the steam up, they kept it going.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Val Manan, captain of the victorious Gerald Griffins team. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Chris.
A hard-earned win, but you seem to be on top during the whole game.
It was a hard game outside, our conditions were bad. But the boys over us had driven to the lash. They got what they could get out of us there today. They had us motivated, and we wasn't going away here tonight without this cup.
A great achievement, Val, for a small little club like Gerald Griffins, with very little players.
It's a great achievement for a club the size of it, with Ballyhale and not like 2 small parishes. But we mightn't have many players, but we have a lot of quality players. The players we have are good. And the men that are over us are top class. There's nothing to get away with that. They know what to do, and I think it proved it outside here today.
Thanks. I know, Val, I know the match is just being won now, but are you looking forward to playing senior football next year?
Oh, I am. Can't wait to play senior football, because people have been talking about it for the last 5 or 6 years. And we, as Chris said to us there one night, we were going nowhere unless we deserved it, and I think we deserved it here tonight. So I think we're going to enjoy our senior football now next year.
You will celebrate?
Oh, God. We'll celebrate, all right. Yes.
Thank you very much, Val. Thank you. Paddy Reedy, father of Damien and Dennis, what do you think of this occasion, of the result tonight?
Well, it was a wonderful result, and all you had to do was look at the people of the parish, the way they enjoyed it, and how they thought so much of the victory, especially now. I don't know when the last time the club was senior, but definitely you can see that all the supporters appreciated it more than the players, I'd say. It is only maybe in a fortnight or 3 weeks that they'll appreciate it, or maybe next year when they start playing senior.
Paddy, there was very lean years there. If I remember correctly, 1940 or 41 was the last time the juniors won a county title. There was a county junior title won. It was, I think, 1996. Like, that's a long time to be waiting. These bunch of young lads, they came up, they won under 12s, under 14s, under 16s, minors, all the way up along. do you think now that we have a bunch of players as good, if not better, than in any other club in the county?
Well, probably next year, I'd say, when they play senior, we'll find out that. But the encouraging thing is that we have so many young players coming along now who we'll say we saw there tonight how well they played, especially when they were moulded in with the more experienced player. And that's a very encouraging thing for the team. And I think they will do very well at senior, especially with the 7 or 8 young players, we'll say, from under 16, minor and under 21 who are coming along. Because it is in 5 or 6 years' time that they will be the nucleus of a very good team. But it wouldn't surprise me if we see them within the next couple of years contesting a senior final.
Coming to win the intermediate. You have 10 or 15 minutes to settle now since the final whistle went. And what's the feeling right now?
Oh, unbelievable, ecstatic. Very sore at the moment, all right, but very, very happy then. And maybe the first of a good few days now of celebrating. And Val's already on his pants is hanging off him, but fairly quickly.
And listen, it was done as the game went on. Like, did you enjoy that game tonight?
Oh, it was a tough game. It was enjoyable, right? It was you had to put your, I suppose you had to put your head in where you weren't going to put your arse. Many times it was a very hard game. It was very enjoyable, all right. Everyone got stuck in, and it was a team effort. So we'll give this a good run now as well next year.
Okay, John, thanks a lot. And we've been away 3 players who were part of the winning team tonight, and I'd start there with David Hayes. You come on as the sub, but I suppose you could say our best man got injured, but however, you come on as the sub. Did you enjoy that game, David?
I did, to be honest. It was great to watch the boys perform the way they did. It was an unreal performance by Hennigan. It was, you know, we listened to what we listened to what the coach Chris, right, and the way it is going. But, you know, we kept it wide as much as we could and created the space like the speed merchant Johnny came in here to do it, like, for just the joy to watch and joy to get on eventually and have a kick at it.
Okay. I go to Shawnee there. Shawnee, you played for the full game. What were the conditions like, Shawnee? I think in this car we have the youngest, the middle, and probably the oldest. So this is what I call a pure mixed grill of a car tonight.
You've got the oldest all right by you, huh?
A pure mixed grill. Well, Mrs., what did you think of the game?
Yes.
Did you think that win?
Of course I did.
Coming up.
My God, if they didn't win, I go and I kicked them sugar out of them.
and during the game which was played, did you think they'd still hold out?
What the hell was that what's called referee doing all the whistling for?
I should have won the referee. You won the game and you can't be complaining about the referee.
One go in now.
Turning up the road.
Which one did that?
How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace? When I stand here taking every breath with you. Ooh, you're the only one who really knew me at all. How can you just walk away from me when all I can do is watch you leave? 'Cause we shared the laughter and the pain, and even shared the tears. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. There's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me. Just a memory of your face. Oh, take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and you coming back to me is against the odds, and that's what I've got to face. I wish I could just make you turn around and see me cry. There's so much I need to say to you, so many reasons why. You're the only one who really knew me at all. So take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind me. Just a memory of your face. Now take a look at me now. 'Cause there's just an empty space, but you're waiting